Brothers and sisters, welcome. Today we gather as humble servants thanks to the almighty algorithm. We are here to ask one question. A question so dangerous, so blasphemous, so unutterably vile, that even whispering it in certain cycles will get you excommunicated from society. But before that, you have to ask yourself, do you trust in the sacred text of peer-reviewed journals? Do you accept without hesitation the commitments of the experts as they are delivered to you via news anchors and people with PhDs in their social media? Because belief is easy. It is comforting. It spares you the horror of doubt, the agony of critical thinking, the burden of asking, wait, who funded the study? Doubt is dangerous. Doubt is what gets you cast out, labeled a skeptic, a contrarian, a misinformation spreader. So before we go any further, you need to decide. Do you believe in science?
Trust the science.
Believe in science.
I trust the science.
I believe in science.
We live in a world where science is no longer a method. It's a dogma. When studies are crafted not to inform, but to sell, the results aren't just misleading, they are deadly. Big claims, bigger consequences, because in corporate science, your health is just collateral. Monsanto, now part of Bayer, was taking part in ghostwriting studies that claimed its herbicide Roundup was safe. Independent research later linked glyphosate, the active ingredient, to cancer. Merck withheld critical data about the cardiovascular risks associated with its painkiller Viox. This cover-up contributed to thousands of heart attacks and strokes before the drug was forced to be withdrawn. In the 1960s, the sugar industry funded research that shifted the blame for heart disease from sugar to fat. This manipulation influenced dietary guidelines and public health policies, contributing to a rise in obesity. Purdue Pharma misrepresented clinical studies by downplaying the addictive nature of OxyContin. By downplaying OxyContin's addictiveness, they created an opioid crisis that has devastated communities for decades. The opioid epidemic continues today, with overdoses and addiction still claiming lives. In a bid to reassure East Palestine residents after the toxic train derailment, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and EPA Administrator Michael Regan visited a local home to drink tap water on camera. However, their drink looked more like a carefully staged publicity stunt, causing uproar in the internet.
I'll tell you, we believe in science.
Before science was sanctioned in corporate cash, before it bowed in front of the golden calf of sponsorships and brand-safe doctrines, it was something raw, something feral. Science was a procession of madmen, ink-stained and wide-eyed, standing atop the ruins of old knowledge, shaking their fists at the heavens and bellowing, "I reject the dogma! Give me proof or give me death." And for their crimes, they were silenced, shackled, burned and exiled, not by gods, but by men who feared the light of truth. Now, the pyres burn digital, the excommunications come in fact checks, and the heretics are cast into the void of deplatforming. But lo and behold, the spirit of rebellion still steers in the hearts of those who dare to question, and to them I say, bless thy skepticism, for it shall set thee free. Peer review serves as a critical checkpoint in scientific publishing. Aiming to filter out flawed research, it is not without significant challenges. The system often relies on overburdened, unpaid reviewers, leading to delays and sometimes superficial evaluations. The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated these issues, increasing the strain on the peer review process. Moreover, peer review isn't foolproof in detecting errors or fraud. High-profile cases, such as the retraction of the pivotal Alzheimer's study due to manipulated images, highlight how flawed research can pass initial reviews and mislead the scientific community for years. Just to provide some examples, Yoshitaka Fujii was found to have fabricated data at least 172 scientific papers over nearly 2 decades, making it one of the most extensive cases of scientific misconduct. His fraudulent research influenced clinical practices related to postoperative nausea and vomiting. Studies published in the Lancet and the New England Journal of Medicine claimed to analyze data from thousands of COVID-19 patients, suggesting that hydroxychloroquine increased mortality rates. The data provided by the company Sugisphere were later found to be dubious, leading to retractions and halting clinical trials worldwide.
I'm done. Cut the show.
My beloved brothers and sisters, what have we learned today? Blind trust is a gamble, and history is littered with expert-approved disasters. Real science thrives on skepticism, not certainty. No one is coming to do the thinking for you. Not the experts, not the institutions, and certainly not the corporations funding half the research. Peer review is a filter, not a fortress. Science can be manipulated, distorted, even weaponized. You don't need to know everything. Just ask better questions. Who funded the study? Are there conflicts of interests? A little skepticism goes a long way. At its core, science is just a tool. A method for uncovering truth, not an unquestionable doctrine. Like any tool, it can be misused, but in the right hands, it can cut through deception and bring clarity. Please, use it wisely. Well, if you like, you could subscribe. Anyhow, thanks for listening. I trust this video brought some focus to other key aspects of science that seem to be missing in the current media coverage. Thanks for your time, and I can't wait to be with you again soon.
See ya, we wanna be ya.